or think about YouTube. Let me do the Facebook. And the gram. I am live on everything. Yo, bad news, bad news. I don't know if they're doing it just because of me or are they doing it to everyone, but I got a message from Blog Talk talking about come January 2025, January 1st, they're going away. Supposedly, there's not going to be any more Blog Talk in 2025, Blog Talk Radio. So after come January, I will only be on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I might try to fix that and go into Twitch or something. I don't know. We got to see about that. I already have the account. I got to try to find something where y'all could call in and ask me questions. I think the main thing now is they really don't want y'all people to hear other people ask me questions, other people giving their testimony on what they learned from me and how it worked for them and all that. They don't want those things to happen anymore because too many people are, gravitating towards it like crazy. So blog talk is it's November 30th. It's only $125. Everyone's off because of the holidays, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, shit like that. Spend some of that Black Friday learning something that you need to do in commerce to keep you and your family safe. You know what I mean? Now, also on Black Friday, I have a sale going on the website. You will be able to get everything half price. Now, certain things won't get half price. Like this workshop, it won't be included in the sale. Consultations won't be included in the sales. But pretty much everything else will be half price. So if it was things that you've seen on the website that you wanted to get, you can rack up the Black Friday sale and get what you need. You know what I mean? Love to do that for the people. And boom, I guess let me start the show. Welcome to Consultation Wednesday, where I take questions and answer to those questions for y'all. But first, let me do a little dissertation, little verbiage. You know what I mean? All right. So number one, I wanted to start off with this maxim of law. I'm sure y'all didn't know about this. This is absolutely true in every court. It says, no one is believed in court but upon his oath. What am I saying? What is the maxim saying? The maxim saying the only way to win in court is to do an oath. And you do that oath before you even step foot in court. You do that oath on your affidavit. You got to swear by oath. No one is believed in court but upon his oath. And I got that out of Wiseman. It's the Maxims of Law Wiseman. It's 84K, number 84K. Third installment, 165 Cycle District 566 84K. So if you go into Maximum Law, you find the full one, you scroll down until you hit 84K. And it'll be right there. It's right up on the oaths. It's right up on the oaths. So that's what we're doing. For the people that's in just take notes and Google that and pull it up, right? But I wanted to discuss this right here to go back to what I was talking about last week when we were talking about uh, redeemed and lawful money. Redeemed and lawful money, right? So you want to go into the whole 12 USC. 12 USC. It's dealing with Federal Reserve notes. So you got 411, you got 412, 413. 411 says issuance to reserve banks, nature, obligation, and redemption. So it's going to tell you those obligations. 412 tells you about application of notes, collateral required. Now, what it's basically saying, you have to redeem in lawful money. You got to write that right after your signature. You got to do what is called a restrictive endorsement on every instrument that you sign. And if you don't, and it goes into 412, and it's going to take the application for the notes, the actual application, and they're going to give it to the Federal Reserve Bank. It says they're going to give it to the Federal Reserve agent. That Federal Reserve agent is going to put it in the Federal Reserve System and give them the cash for said application. And they said, okay, before we give you this money, we want to see that you have a collateral. And collateral is what they call a promissory note. And that's all in 412. Then you got 413. Distinctive letter and serial numbers of notes, cancellation of notes unfit for circulation, accounting appointment, credit among Federal Reserve banks. So it's breaking down how the money begins and how it will end. So you want to read, this is your homework. You want to read all codes in Title 12. And it goes with the National Currency Act, and it also goes with the Federal Reserve Act, right? Because y'all are private bankers and y'all want to be in the republic, y'all got to know these laws. Y'all got to know it and know how it applies so that you can get everything discharged or redeemed in lawful money. Discharge works this way, y'all. You ask them for what you're asking them for by way of application. You're supposed to put a restrictive endorsement. That's what makes it go straight to the Treasury. When it goes to the Treasury, whatever you ask for is zeroed out. That means it was paid for by the Treasury, right? Paid for. Now, if you don't put redeem in lawful money, what happens is it goes to the Federal Reserve agent, right? And when it goes to the Federal Reserve agent, they put it in the Federal Reserve system and they issue Federal Reserve notes. Now, I know what I said last week, and it's true. Every dollar, Federal Reserve dollar, Federal Reserve note, Treasury note is one and the same thing. It's one and the same thing. But here's what's happening. Here's what's happening. Don't put the restrictive endorsement. It's not a United States Treasury note. If you don't put that verbiage on that application, they can do fractional reserve banking. So when they do fractional reserve banking, you're using Federal Reserve notes, FRNs. And what happens is you're discharging. Discharge doesn't pay for anything. It just kicks the bill on to a later date. Y'all know that bill as the national debt. So every time y'all don't use redeem and lawful money, you're making a bigger national debt. It keeps on kicking on. And they also get to trade that application again and again in the secondary market, the third market of the stock markets, right? Now, when they're doing that, they're multiplying it by 10. So if you borrowed $10, they multiply that by 10, and they can lend out 100. Then they can take that one and multiply it by 10. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. That's 1,000. Then 1,000 becomes 100,000. Now you see where they're getting their money to spend everywhere with the government? It's all because of y'all. And y'all not comprehending the laws that's out there, right? So it is imperative. Now, like I said, this is an old lesson for me. So when I first taught it, I told everyone, go to Office Depot and get a stamp, redeem and lawful money. So anytime they sign their name, they take that stamp and stamp it right over their signature on every application. You see what I'm saying? So it's all types of things you can do with this information. And when I do the workshop on this, I'm going to show y'all what to do if you didn't do it ahead of time when you first did the application. You see what I'm saying? But you need to go into Title 12 and read all of Title 12. And Title 12 goes right along with all the UCCs. Right? Now, with that being said, I know it's Consultation Wednesday, so I'm going to open up the call lines so I can take some questions and answer those questions. But anyway, make sure y'all go to jonahbay.com to pick up the affidavit workshop. You're going to need it because you're going to need it to even be able to rock what I'm talking about with redeeming lawful money and all that. Everything, like I said, in that Maxim law tells you that everything is upon oath. It's upon affidavits. You can't do anything in commerce with what I'm talking about tonight. Y'all learned a little something. Hit me with those ones, please. Someone asked me on YouTube, what's the call-in number? This is what kills me. I've seen you listening many a times. I've gave this number many a times. You still don't have it. It's on many a shows. You said in an email that you wrote me that you be going back listening to the shows. And the shows is the number 2. You know what I mean? But somehow you don't have it. That means you don't be paying attention. The call-in number is 516-418-5649. Once again, 516-418-5649. Third time's the charm. 516-418-5649. Now, I'm going to tell you your problem. I'm not going to talk to you tonight. People have been in on Blog Talk and pressed 1 at 7:40 so that they could be on the list to ask their questions. We only got 30 minutes left in this show. There's no way I'm going to get to your question. Have you ever heard the expression, the early fisherman has the worms and gets the fish? By the time you get to fishing, all the fish is gone. They caught them all. I'm going to 650 323. Peace to you. 650 323. Peace. Doing wonderful, magnificent, great. Mm-mm. Now, what's gonna happen is, hold on. What's gonna happen is you're gonna say something, then I'm gonna cut in and say what you're gonna say because for some reason Blog Talk isn't allowing people on the other platforms to hear saying in your question. So go ahead now, and I'm just gonna interrupt you periodically to repeat it. The brother's been getting consultations with me, and he's gotten at least four in the last month and a half. Go ahead, bro. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So he won by putting in discovery because they couldn't meet his discovery. It's unconstitutional. Go ahead, bro. Wow. Soon as they got his paperwork, they missed it immediately the very next day. They didn't waste time. He didn't have to go into court or nothing anymore. Well, that's why they knew you was ready. That's why you didn't have to even go through that. See, that's why I said you got to prepare for war before the war starts. You got to know your moves, what you're gonna do beforehand, what you're gonna do when they do this, what to expect, and all that. Had all that covered, bro. I'm proud of you, man. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That is wonderful. Was that your first time going into court and trying what you learned from me the first time? Now, oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm glad it worked out. You made it happen because you studied, you listened to my constructive criticism, you listened to my take on the law because I'm only saying what the law says. That's how you got your win. And that's how we win everything we do. You see what I'm saying? Have you tried any other remedies? Have you tried that W4T workshop and got yourself out of paying taxes, or you don't pay taxes because you retired or what? Oh, you did the tax exemption, so you ain't paying taxes anyway. You went for the big joint. Oh, so you just getting remedy from me. So let me ask you a question. Kind of a person. How much money have you saved doing the things I taught you, like the injunction, the tax injunction, this case? What 10, 15,000. Okay. How much money have you spent learning it from me? Uh, that's what I was trying to find out. So you probably spent, let's say, 10, 20%, right? And you said 15,000, right? Yeah. Now think about it. You spent, let's say, altogether, you spent maybe $500, right? You don't pay no damn taxes ever again in life. They can't beat you with none of these bullshit traffic tickets or anything else, right? You're on the do not detain list and wait until all those money tips I gave y'all come into fruition, which will be soon. You know what I mean? More than worth it, wasn't it? He said, hell yeah. Yeah. Now you can do your 241, 242. You feel me? Damn pretenders. And the paperwork is almost the same, but you got to do it in an affidavit and do the affidavit properly so that they can't dismiss it. You know what I mean? That's all right. Don't do it again, but that's all right. Long as that affidavit is done right. But we all can get better and work on things and get better, man. I'm proud of you, man. Congratulations. All right, peace. Oh, I'm back. Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't have to if you won already. Yeah, yeah, you won already. See, they can't put in a sworn affidavit. They can't put in a real affidavit. There's no way for them to beat that. So they might as well just let it go. You gotta let it go. Doom, 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 doom. Seem like another TKO. That's right. We over here TKO in these cases. All right, then peace, my brother. All right. I'm going to 279-789. Peace to Yahoo. I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, great. How you doing? Nope. Nope. There isn't. Mhm. Preliminary injunction. So you want an injunction for what type of case? You already in a case, right? Are you already in a case with them? All right. This is what you can do. Was you on my affidavit webinar? Damn. Yeah, the template ain't that's not you needed the information in the actual webinar, right? What you would have to do was invoke the Notary Republic's Court, and you would have called it a preliminary injunction. It would have been you versus the people, and you would have so ordered uh that you would have swore under affidavit an oath that you had those rights, and to the dispute is done, they can't move forward, which is also written in the consumer's debt, right? Because if it's a dispute, they ain't supposed to preliminary injunction by using the notary as I'm breaking up. Can you hear me? Yeah, they're messing with the feed. They don't want you could have did your own preliminary injunction. Get a consultation. We'll talk about it more since they're gonna chop me up. All right, peace. I'm going 254-338. Peace to Yahoo. I can't really hear you. Hmm. That's what I would do, and then put it up under your trust. Yeah, it will be the LLC or the trust doing business as whatever your kids' names are. Right. I would say that's the proper thoughts, but I ain't never did it, so I can't confirm or deny. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. Studying it, when you're studying it, you're gonna see different ways of using it. It's all about comprehension. Right. I see what you're saying. I said I see what you're saying. Well, I really my whole thing is by the law that we know you're using, I don't see no issue with it because I comprehend the law. And I said, yo, I ain't never used it that way, but I don't see why you couldn't try to use it that way. You feel me? Right. It's all there. You see what I'm saying? But I'll read something. I won't go through every I'll read something and I won't go through every act. how it can be used. You see what I'm saying? So you're taking it into a whole new direction, and I'm interested to see how it's going to go. Right. Exactly. Well, you seen, I just read to y'all that that Maxim law, and it tells you how important it is. No one is believed in court but upon his oath. And ain't no one else gonna come in there with no damn oath. Well, you would be doing an affidavit of what you know to be true, right? Of what they have to do. And then they would have to rebut that. And if they don't, then it's true. So get on with it. Well, no, let me say this. You would also have to see some type of instrument where you could say redeeming lawful money. If you're trying to get proceeds, it got to have the only way to pull it out of the public, according to Stinking Lincoln, who put the law in effect. It has to be, it got to say redeeming lawful money. So even if you had an affidavit, they wouldn't do anything with it if you don't redeem it in lawful money. Go back and read Title 12. Okay. All right then. Peace, my brother. I'm going to 469-258. Peace to Yahweh. When you say doing uh the thing that I just said, what are you talking about? Doing an affidavit, or are you talking about redeeming local money? So you're basically asking me to teach you how to buy shit. You basically asking me how can you do a procedure to buy shit? Buy. Buy. You're not answering me, bro. Picture me telling you that, and less, and least more saying it on the air. I'm really gonna do that. First of all, the way I heard you just describe how you going about it won't work. Just like I said to him, you would have to have the actual instrument, the application. First, you're gonna have to wait into. These type of questions will be answered in that workshop on redeeming lawful money. It won't be done here in the public. You feel me? Okay. So soon come. Soon come. All right then. Peace. Peace of Yahoo. Yo, y'all won't believe how many people contact me trying to get me to help them buy shit. You have to know the laws first before you could even attempt to do anything like that. I'm going to 786-878. Peace to Yahoo. Peace. What's going on with you? What's your question? Uh my trust would write them a bill and a bill for a car rental. Obviously, they're renting that from me. And I would quote from the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, saying that they can't use my car for public use without giving me just compensation first. Everything I do is based on my constitutional protections. See, the Constitution enumerated what they can and can't do to me. So it tells me that they can't take my property without paying me. And I would write it as a proper affidavit, tell them how much they owe, and if they don't pay, take them to court, do administrative process. It would be coming out of the notary public court. Mhm. Everything constitutional for you. Remember, you're learning to operate in the private. You're learning how to operate from the republic. The republic is the Constitution. Yes. Do they record UCCs in the county? Mhm. What did they say the reason why they couldn't record it? Okay. That means she tricked you. Did you were supposed to tell her record it in the miscellaneous file? Did you say that? They'll tell you, they'll try to tell you they can't file it. They only file real property in the real estate department, right? The UCC. So you say put it in the miscellaneous. I'm asking you to file it for my records. I want to put it on the record. Now, they will not file it no matter what you say if you have personal information on it. Do you have bank account the full bank account numbers on it? Do you have the social on it? All those things got to be redacted. That means you can't show the full numbers. And if you have those type of information with the full numbers on it, they will not file it for your own protection. Okay. I'm just telling you what the reasons. Right. But you got to tell them put it in the miscellaneous. It's not supposed to be, and they're not going to tell you. You have to tell them that. Really, they supposed to. You supposed to hand it to them. They supposed to put it where it need to go. But they make you go through a test. All right then. Peace. All right, that's our show for today. I hope y'all enjoyed the info. I enjoyed talking to y'all. I'll see y'all again. I am up out of here.